Hello everyone, welcome to today's video on the important articles from the Hindu, October 30. Let's see the first article. No money left in MG Narega coffers, 21 states in the red. This article is about the Narega scheme and its implementation, how the states are performing. So states have utilized their allocated money and they are in red now. So the question can be asked in mains regarding the performance of Narega or the implementation of Narega, evaluation of Narega scheme. So under welfare schemes paper two, question can be asked in the budget. 73,000 crore has been was allocated to this scheme, and that has been spent for now. So, but on the other side, central government is saying that artificially states are creating demand and utilizing their funds. So this is the argument. Just go through this article, important. Then the next article is about suicides among farm workers rose 18% in 2020. If a question is about suicides or if a question is about the farmers, you can use this data or statistics. So this chart, you can just have a look at it, how many suicides have happened and what is the share of different uh, uh, people in this suicide. You can note that down. And also there is a mention about PM Kisan in this article. Know about PM Kisan. I have added an article here. You can just access this PDF from my Telegram channel. I'm adding information, important information regarding the items that are mentioned in the newspaper here in this newspaper itself. So in order for you to access this, you can message me on my Telegram, 9966014365, or my other number 7702884475. Thereby, I'll be adding you to my channel, and you can access this newspaper as it is. So next important article is about the top officials liable for sale of toxic crackers, Supreme Court. So previously also there was a question on the crackers and this Diwali, like banning of firecrackers, etc. So in that context, UPSC can ask you the toxic chemicals that are there in the normal firecrackers. So regarding that, I have added this page here. What are the different chemicals that are part of the firecrackers? So you can read it from here. This is also about the PM Kisan. Just you can go through this PDF. And the next article is about remove objectionable posts on Hindu deity. Delhi High Court to Twitter. This can be part of your paper to mains, GS mains. So go through this. There is a violation of IT rules, which was which is also part of GS paper two. Previously also there was once a question on IT Act in mains. So in that context, this article becomes important. There see the other article. Unique Identification Authority of India seeks indemnity from data bill. So this can become an important for mains and for the prelims. So there is now discussion going on about bringing personal data protection law, and the bill is going to be introduced. So there are talks that are happening in the background. In that context, this UIDAI is asking for exemption from this provisions of this law. So just go through that law. So in the second page, Assembly Committee summons Facebook. So in the context of communal rights, what is the role of social media? How social media is influencing or playing a role in communal rights. So this can be a part of paper 3, internal security, etc. Go through this, and this can also be an argument in your essays or your answers. So go through this article. Apart from that, this is the paper that Delhi edition of Hindu I'm referring to. 12 held for duping cyber fraud victims through fake websites. So beware about this fake websites. Read this article once. You will understand how the cyber criminals are using different authentically looking websites they are creating, and how they are trying to dupe the innocent people. Then next page, there is nothing. Then going on to the editorial, not very important articles today. This Evergrande sized question over Chinese politics. So Evergrande is a construction giant of China. There is like now it is going to be like in the bankruptcy stage. So the question is whether Chinese government will allow it to become bankrupt and default on its liabilities, or will it let it success? If it is going to default and fail, then this can affect the overall global economy, similar to how in 2008 crisis has happened because of Lehman Brothers failure. So this is of that scale. In that context, you can know about or read about this Evergrande crisis in China. There's a construction bubble, homing bubble, like housing bubble that is there in the China since last 5 6 years. So in that context, this article is important. Need not go through every point. Just you can skim across the editorial ones to understand the news item. And in this article, in India, study of subversion of equality. This is a politically written article. Need not go through it. This is about Hindus, BJP, Congress, etc. Need not go through that. Then there is a silly point. This is about uh, India-Pakistan cricket match, and afterwards what happened, etc. Yeah, if you want to read, you can read, and just for your essay sake, you will get some points. But as such, questions will not come from that article. Then, descent into chaos. Myanmar junta should immediately end violent suppression of democratic protests. Uh, Not very important from GS perspective, but general knowledge purpose, you can, or the international purpose, international relations perspective, you can go through this ones. Just go through the underlying areas at least. The next article is about the drugs case, NCB, the one kid, NCB officer, etc. Need not go to that. Next is about the continuation of that MG Narega that you can read. And then, yeah, same thing. Unique identification authority of India seeks indemnity. This this data privacy, etc. This can be an important for coming mains and prelims. Apart from that, like you can see this document with NPR form removed from census site. There was a controversial questions that were asked as a part of this NPR, etc. So recently there was a report on that. As a consequence of that report, this form was removed. So in that context, you can know about this. Um, this Office of Registrar General of India comes under Home Ministry, and know about the difference between NPR and NRC and census, etc. This article also you can go through. This is about women empowerment, equality of women, etc. Women to be trained on par with men at NDA. Also know about what is theaterization of military. This is integration of all the capabilities of all the three forces. So just read and learn about this theaterization. What is like theaterization in Indian Army, etc. Then you see nationwide PCV drive launched. PCV, previously also UPSC asked a question on pneumococcal conjugate vaccine. So in this article there are some important things like PCV vaccine. Then there is information about pneumonia and its effect on the children. And then you have Mission Indradhanush, that is also important. So yeah, go through this article once. Sputnik clinical trials on children in the works. Just yeah, you can go through this article. So apart from that, yeah, when you come to international relations, US to deepen relations with Taiwan in the context of aggressive postures of China against Taiwan, and US intervention in those politics. So you can this article becomes important. You can go through this article once. Ensure Afghan soil is not used for terror. US India tell Taliban. So this is also an important article. A question can be expected in the mains, coming mains 21, on the rise of Taliban in Afghanistan and its effect on security of India. So in that context, you can go through that. So amid fertilizer row, China blacklists Sri Lankan bank. Yeah, you can, not very important from Indian perspective, but to understand how China deals with countries and how it is arm twisting different countries and their companies, you can go through this article once. Then this is China tightens control over company data. This is about data protection, etc. That is generally there in the news. This is action taken by the China on the data that is produced in its country. Then you can see this article. Core sector growth decelerated to 7-month low of 4.4% in September. So, from prelims perspective, you can know about what is the core sector. What are the index of 8 core industries? Who is giving it? Hmm. Already prelims question was asked on that. You can just go through that. And then you have fiscal deficit touches 35% of annual budget target. So go through this article. Then urban poor, next article, urban poor bearing the brunt of high inflation. So you can go through this, why inflation affects the poor more than the rich people. Just have an idea on that. Next is sports page. Nothing else from today's page. Thank you.